Good morning, grand rising, and welcome to your tomorrow that God granted to you because He kept you through the night. A magnificent Monday to you all. Good to see you this morning. Welcome back to AM with Kim. You made it through the weekend, and now the work week has begun again for some folk. I hope your weekend was wonderful. Hope you got some rest. Hope you got some errands run that you couldn't get done during the week, and that all is well in your world, and that you got out and went to somebody's church yesterday. I hope you did. I hope you did, because our service was blessed. It was blessed and beautiful. So I hope you got out, and if you didn't plan to get out this week, I'm gonna circle back around to it because y'all know I ain't gonna leave it alone. But welcome. I'm glad to be here today. I'm glad to be here every day because every day is a blessing for me. So to have it any other way is not even an option for me. So I am grateful. I am thankful. I am blessed. And I'm excited to be here this morning. I ain't gonna keep you long. But I just want to share a few of my thoughts, my morning motivation for you to get the end of your morning going, because again, it's after 10 o'clock. I went and got my hair braided this morning because it's hot, y'all. All that hair on my neck and stuff, it was hot. So I'm here. I'm a little bit later, but I'm here, and I'm gonna get this video posted before afternoon, and so it's still AM with Kim. So morning motivation to carry you into your afternoon. How about that? But thank you for joining me again. Thank you for riding with me on this this journey, this venture that I'm excited about, that is going to open up the doors for some other things. And so I'm just excited, y'all. God is working a new thing and a good thing and all kinds of stuff in my world, and I'm excited, and my hands are open and my heart is open to receive it all. I hope you all are in the same posture of gratefulness and thankfulness and understanding your blessings and having your head and your heart and your mind and your spirit open to all of the great things that can be yours if you believe that they can. So grab your oatmeal, grab your smoothie, your tea, your coffee, your protein shake, or maybe you already done. You like, Kim, you a little late. I need you to get your life right. So nevertheless, y'all, just ride with me for a few minutes. Sit back and relax at your desk or at your cubicle or wherever you are, or back on the couch in the recliner or in your car. Ride with me for a few minutes. I have some things I want to say today. All right. Well, I say stuff all the time, but let me get into it. Oh, remember, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when the videos drop. Like the video for me. Thank you very much. Leave a comment if you feel so inclined, and then share this video with your family or friends if you feel like it can bless them in some kind of way. All right. So, as I stated early, I think on my first video, these quotes, these memes that I get, I don't create them. I find them on social media, online. I run across them and I save them to my phone so that I could share them, as motivational moments, initially in my teaching and then on this platform. But the motivational moment for today is mine. I was thinking yesterday about, who I am, where I've come from and where I'm headed, and what makes me me. And it's my light. It's my light that shines in love. That's Kim. And I was thinking, about how at some points in life that I would shrink my light or my love, my bigness, the bigness of my light and my love. I would shrink it to not make people uncomfortable. I'm unapologetically not doing that. If my light and my love is too much for you, then you can just find another spot, or I will move away from you, or you'll move away from me. But my love is big, my light is big, and it was put in me for a reason. And if you're uncomfortable, that ain't my business. But I'm here to inspire hope and change, to awaken in people what they forgot life is supposed to be back, or what they forgot people are supposed to be like, you know. So I'm gonna shine my light, and I'm gonna spread my love, and I'm not gonna shrink, and I'm not gonna dim, unapologetically. And if it's too much for you, then move out of the way and let somebody else get a little bit of this Kim. All right. So here's the quote for today. Light doesn't dance with darkness. It disturbs it and dismisses it. And those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts last night. Light doesn't dance with darkness. It disturbs it and it dismisses it. You know what? Darkness, and when people hear the word darkness, they're like, oh, the evil one, and the spooky whatever else. It is that. It's the devil and his henchmen, and the forces and the powers and the principalities that try to attack and attach to our lives, mind, body, and spirits. Yes, it is that darkness. But darkness also comes in the form of people being just slick out their mouth. People being themselves, and their light is dim, if there is light. It's people throwing shade. It's people hating on you because you're great, of your greatness or your light or your love or your whatever else, and they can't stand it. And so what better way than to try to dim your light for them to do themselves and to spew out darkness. But I refuse. The darkness has no place over here. And I'm going to let my light shine, and I'm going to let my love spread, and it's going to do one of two things. It's going to disturb that darkness, and the darkness is going to be dismissed and run away because it can't stand it. Or it's going to change that darkness and have an impact, a positive impact on that darkness, where the darkness says, wait a minute, I like how this feels. Or, wow, I didn't know that people carried themselves like that. So my light is going to shine. My love is going to be big. And I'm just not going to use a lot of energy on superficial people who are just in their own mess. I'm gonna pray for you, and I'll be here to help you if there's any way, shape, or form that I can help you, and I'll do that. But your energy is not gonna disturb mine. No, ma'am, no, sir. I am a big energy person. I am big about how I feel in your presence, and if I feel unsettled in your presence, that tells me that your energy is off and that you carrying some kind of darkness. And I'm going to minister my light to you, and then you're going to get away from me, and I'm going to get away from you, and then I'll pray for you. I will, because your darkness could be something that I don't understand. It could be rooted in your traumas and in your biases and in the things that you've experienced. So I'm not going to judge you. I'm just going to protect my energy. But I am going to spread that love and that light to try to help you in some kind of way. And I'm hoping that that's what you all do when you encounter people and you encounter the darkness, in whatever form it comes. And the darkness is not always a serious evil. It could just be the unsettling that you get in your spirit from these people. It could be people just popping off at their mouth, coming out their mouth slick, throwing shade, hating on you. It's all those forms, and you just meet that with love. But I have to say, y'all, it sounds good, but sometimes I let Petty Pam come out just because I want people to know I got that shade. I know that was shade, but I answer in love, but I drip it with a little bit of sarcasm so that they know I got you. I know what that was, but I love you anyway. Yeah, and usually if I'm met with some shade, I'll just smile. I'll just whatever, and sometimes I don't say anything, and sometimes I just walk away. But sometimes I will counter it with a statement of love that throws them off. But then I add a little drop of Petty Pam in there just so that they know I understood what you just said. And I still love you, but don't take this kindness for weakness. Because don't let the smooth taste fool you. I'll go down rough if I have to. But I ain't trying to do that. I'm just trying to be love. But I'm also real. And you only get a couple chances to just be throwing shade in my face, and I'm just going to smile. But I'm going to give you back love, but I'm going to give you back a little bit of something so that you know I ain't no fool. And so I'm letting my light shine, y'all. I'm letting love spread. But I got to tell you that sometimes I got to let people know I ain't no fool. I love big. And my light is radiant, and I'm trying to spread love. I'm trying to be the face of God on this earth in human form. I'm trying, but you don't just get to just walk over me and think I'm not going to address it. So I'm going to address it with love, but I'm going to let you know I know where you're headed with that, and stop coming for me unless I call you. So spread your light, y'all. Spread your love. And sometimes your light and your love is just being quiet and smiling. You know what? I heard you, but I love you anyway. God bless you. And you just got to walk away from people, and you got to walk away from the energy and not let it infiltrate your being, because if you stay there long enough, it'll get you off your game. And but let your light shine, though. Let your light shine unapologetically. Get in people's faces with it, in their spaces with it. You don't have to get in. Let me rephrase that. You don't purposely just be getting all up in people's faces and whatever. No, but be who you are in their space. Let your light be radiant in their space, whether they like it or not, whether they accept it or not, whether they want to take it in or not. Just be you unapologetically and let your light shine. And if they don't want it, if it makes them uncomfortable, if they are stuck to their darkness and they're not really willing to change, it's going to disturb them so much that they're going to get out of your presence. They're going to be gone. They're going to be dismissed because they can't handle it, because they're not ready to. And most of the time, most people inherently are good people, but because life has happened to them, because traumas have happened to them, because of the experiences that they've had that they didn't ask for. Some people are born into adversity and they didn't ask for that. Some people live through tragedy after tragedy and they didn't ask for that. Some people have been abused, physically, emotionally, mentally. They didn't ask for that. And so I get people's darkness and I get their heaviness that they carry. And so you got to give people grace. So give them grace, because you don't know what you don't know what shoes they've walked in. You don't know what path they've walked. And so them coming off being angry or being bitter and being all of that, it's a reason, because most people are typically good, but they're shaped by their experiences if they allow their experiences to take control. And so don't just dismiss people because they have heaviness and they have darkness. Be the light that they need. Listen to them. Try to get to know them. Pray for them. Extend a helping hand to them if they need it. Be a source of strength for them when they're weak. So that's how you let your light shine. That's how you pour out the love, because you give to people in their lack, so that, and you don't remind them when they're down that they're down. You just love on them. You just let your light shine. You reach down and you give them a hand and help them up. Because guess what? You might be down one day and you need somebody to give you a hand and help you up. So that's how we spread our light. That's how we spread our love. We just got to be genuine, come from the heart. We got to accept people who they are, where they are, and get to know them so that we can understand their experiences, so that then we can offer our strengths, or the things that we have in us that can help them. And if we don't know and we can't help them in our experiences and in our strength and all of those things, we might know resources. We might know people who can help them. And then that's your duty and your responsibility to help continue that light, to help them to grow. And guess what? If you're genuinely and authentically yourself and you're loving and your light is shining, and you give it to people, you might not hear the thank you. You might see it in the fruit that comes from it. And you may never hear it. You may never see it. But understand that you're making an impact. Your light is going to make an impact. Your love is going to make an impact. But you just got to keep going and not get sucked into the vacuum of darkness and foolishness. So just be the light. Be the light that people need to be their better selves. And if you can't be the light and you can't be the love, go somewhere and sit on down and get out the way and stop making people's lives harder than it has to be. Go and get you some work. Go do your shadow work. Go do your stuff so that your light can be a little bit brighter and a little bit brighter and a little bit brighter. Or recognize that you do have a light and that you can cultivate that light and it can bless somebody else's life. So be a light. Be a light in this dark world. Make that light emanate through love. And be for people what you want them to be for you. That's a good place to bring that point to a close. Be for people what you want people to be for you. And everybody's not going to be there for you. And you're going to have to remind yourself sometimes, you know what, Kim, they just not you. My mother used to tell me all the time I would get disappointed and disgusted and frustrated because, people weren't, operating or treating me the way that I wanted to be treated or whatever else. And she would say, Kim, you got to remember you're different. Everybody ain't Kim. And I'd be like, yeah, Mom, you're right. You're right. And that would just circle me back around. So, but just be your best you and pour out on people the best that you can so that your light will penetrate their darkness and they will come to be their best selves. And I ran across something, I'm not on social media a whole lot, but I saw something just now. I had gotten a Facebook notification and I looked and this girl had posted something. I just had to share it. I wrote it down, but I just had to share it because it just was, another one of those confirming thoughts for me that, coordinated with what I wanted to say this morning. It says, when you're tempted to clap back, their opinion doesn't change your truth. Some people don't want clarity. They want chaos. Silence isn't a weakness. It's maturity, restraint, and self-respect. Protecting your peace is more important than proving your point. Peace feels better than being right. And your energy is sacred. Spend it wisely. And then it ended. You're allowed to outgrow the need to prove yourself. And then I'm going to tag on the end of this. Just let your light and your love shine brightly. That's it. I think that's a good motivation to get you through your day. Now, I have to share with you all this. I was debating on whether I was going to share this story because some people are going to understand it and some people are going to be like, something wrong with her. And again, your opinion of me ain't my business. But I've been doing my work, y'all, for the last couple years, but intensely for the last 6-8 months. I really have been working on Kim. I really have been tapping into the things that were broken, the things that were packed away, that were never addressed and never healed. Doing my work, y'all, because I want to be better. I don't want to take stuff into the next phase of my life and taint my next chapter. I'm not. So I've been doing my work. And when I say I'm getting better, and I'm not healed 100%, I'm now, I'm as whole as I've ever been. Let's put it like that. I am my best self. I can tell you that. I can tell you that for sure. I am the best Kim I've ever been in my entire life. And it feels so good in my spirit. Oh, I'm about to cry. Oh, man, the stuff I've seen, the stuff I've endured, the stuff I've done, the things, I'm just so grateful. I am just such in a good place. I am spiritually more mature than I've ever been in my walk. I am recognizing things about myself that I didn't even know. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I have known since I was a little girl that I was different. good, bad, or indifferent. Sometimes I focused on why, well, the negative aspects. I'm just different. I am, and I made it negative, I think, over at some point. But as I'm evolving and as I'm becoming, and I'm telling y'all that's my phrase, I'm becoming. I haven't arrived. I'm becoming, and my becoming gets better every day, every step forward. But I'm just getting better, and I'm growing, and my light is important. It is important for me. And my prayers, Lord, let my light shine. I want to be radiant. I want my presence to be known before I even come into the room. I want my love to be big. I want it to be poured out. And so that's what I am. That's who I am. That's all I've always been. I've always been that way, but I've known I was always different. And so I'm learning some things about myself. Things that I think God didn't reveal to me until I was ready to know certain things. And so I'm learning different things about myself and who I am and part of my purpose and my destiny and my calling and all of the things that are headed my way. I'm learning, and he's giving me little bits at a time, because he ain't going to throw everything on you at one time. He's going to reveal things as you walk along your path. And I've been focusing in on, I don't know why the Holy Spirit just keeps telling me about, go back to your little girl. And so I've been going back, like, what is it I'm supposed to know about my little girl? What is it? Was there something that I experienced? Was there something that shaped me or changed the way I think or act or whatever else? And so I've been pondering and praying on that and being very quiet and trying to hear and get the revelation on that, because it's something about the little girl. I just don't know. And I'm not 100% sure, but I can tell you something today. Something happened. I was getting my hair braided and I was nodding off because I had to put my head down while she did the back. And I fell asleep a little bit. And I'm going to tell y'all, the little girl visited me. I was in a dream state because I was taking a nap. But my little girl self, and it was me, I saw her. She came, she skipped. I used to skip all the time, just looking silly, but I would skip. I remember skipping as a little girl. I would skip. And my little girl self, she was about 5 or 6. And it could have been invoked because I showed one of my sisters yesterday a picture of me and my mom and my dad when I was a little girl. I was about 3 in that picture. And I was like, because I've been going through my mother's pictures and finding pictures. And that just was it was the nostalgia, the love of it. My parents there, they was looking fly and I was looking cute. And it could have been that picture. Could have been a reason to jog my heart, my mind, I don't know. But the little girl, I was asleep. I'm getting my hair braided. I'm taking a little nap. And the little girl, me, she skipped up to me and she was smiling and I knew it was me because I could see the dimple and I could see my smile and I saw my eyes. And she skipped up to me and she was radiant. She was radiant. She was bubbling and she just smiled and she waved and she turned around and she walked off. Woo! And I just have to think that maybe I'm doing something right. Woo. Oh man, maybe the little girl, I finally got back to her in who I'm becoming. Maybe I tapped back into something that I had just laid dormant for the years, the peace and the skipping power. Maybe I just forgot her. But it was profound. It was profound. And I have to say that I'm doing something right. Thank God it's not me. It ain't Kim. It's the work of God through me. Oh, he's working a mighty work. And I'm becoming, and I guess I'm going back to the spirit of that little girl that maybe was repressed for all of these years. And here I am, almost 55, just figuring it out. Oh boy, better late than never. I don't know. I just felt compelled to share it. It don't really tie in. I guess the light, because she was radiant, and she was smiling, and she was happy, and she waved at me, and she turned around, and she just skipped off, and I woke up. Let your light shine. Tap back into your little girl, to your little boy, before experiences happen, before life changed us, before the world got ugly. Go back to your little girl, your little boy, because I ain't going to let her down. I'm not. I'm going to let my light shine. I'm going to be my best self for her. So let your light shine. Let your love be big. And you're going to win. Ooh, I'm sorry, but revelation is powerful. And it comes because you're connected to God. And you're listening to the voice of God. And you're heeding the Holy Spirit that lives in you. So if you, just keep working your work. Keep doing your job to be your best self, and I promise you, I'm transparent, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm gotta help somebody. But if I can help one person in my journey, in my testimony, then I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So if I only have a couple subscribers and a couple people watching these videos, guess what? I'm going to change one life. And if I change one life, I have done what God said that I'm supposed to do. So that's it. That's all, y'all. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day on purpose. I hope the rest of your day is magnificent and marvelous Monday, and that it is not your typical Monday. It's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be blessed. I'm leaving you with my charge. Be good to somebody today. Be gracious, be kind, extend a helping hand, do a good deed, and all of those things don't cost you any money. They only cost you a little bit of time and compassion. So everybody, be good to somebody today. Be the reason why somebody smiles today. And while you're being good to everybody else, please don't forget to be good to yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself. Love on yourself. Identify the things that you need to identify in yourself that needs to be changed, reworked, or made better. And find that little boy and that little girl, or that little girl, and tap into their spirit, and let that be your guide through your work, and through your unpacking of your stuff, and through the work of your shadows and the trauma, and watch God work a beautiful thing in your life. So have a beautiful day on purpose. Circle back around this evening for PM with Kim, and just have a beautiful day. From my heart to yours, peace and blessings.